panel, what happens to our jobs figure if tax rates go up? Rod Kurtz is executive editor of AOL Small Business. He focuses on these guys. Monica Crowley is a Fox News contributor, and so is Leslie Marshall. She joins us now from LA. Well, Leslie, we talked about this before, but honestly, Leslie, is it worth it? Is it worth endangering the jobs that these guys create by raising the taxes on the top rate?
The problem that I have, David, is I don't see the jobs that were created. 9.5 years ago, 4% unemployment rate. 8 years later, 8% unemployment rate. Less than 2 years later, 10% unemployment rate. And you're talking $679.6 billion that could be used to pay down the debt. So is it worth it to pay down the debt with that type of money?
We're not
yes,
pay
and
down
I did not see the jobs created.
Leslie, do you honestly believe that politicians are going to take all this money and use it directly to pay down the debt? I mean, I got a Brooklyn Bridge to sell you if you believe that.
Well, I guess it really depends, David, which politicians want to work together as opposed to filibuster.
They never do it. It doesn't matter. Democrats or Republicans, they always steal
what they're
that
facing
money.
In November. The Democrats facing what they're facing in November, absolutely.
All right,
I think
hold on a second, because you challenged something that I want to ask our business guys. David, did the Bush tax cuts actually give you more money to hire more workers? Were you able to hire workers directly as a result of the? Actually, Drew, I see you nodding your head yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we bought 4 robots. Yeah, we bought 4 robots because of the bonus depreciation and the Section 179 tax credits. We were able to aggressively reinvest back into our company, and because of that, we were able to get top of the line technology, and because of that, we got more business, and because of that, we had to hire more people. We were able to be very competitive, and we were kicking China, we were kicking Mexico, and because of that, we were able to grow and thrive.
All right. So, Rod, I don't understand why we continue doing something that doesn't work. By the president's own accounting standards, by his own measure of success, the stimulus has failed. He wants to spend even more money, take even more money out of the private sector, give it to the public sector. Why do we continue with policies that don't work and don't go back to the policies that do?
We look a little bit like the Brady Bunch right now.
We do.
I don't know where to look. But here's the thing. I have small business in my title. I mean, I've been covering entrepreneurs for almost a decade. I grew up in an entrepreneurial family. I don't want to see them pay more taxes. The problem with this debate that we're having is that we can debate the numbers, but a very small percentage of the people affected by this, over 200,000, are small businesses. It's not to say that some should be affected at all, but we're talking about wealthy Americans as well. That's the problem.
The free enterprise system.
But that's the problem with the debate. Is that I hate when politicians use small businesses and small business owners as political props.
Okay,
they hold them up and say they're all going to be affected.
Monica, let's assume for the moment. Let's go even further than the administration would go and say that everybody who's going to get that tax cut is a rich person, that none of them are like our good David MacArthur, Drew Greenblatt, small business people. If they spend that money in the economy, isn't that better than giving it to a bunch of bureaucrats?
Of course it is, David. And look,
but will they
hold on, Monica, go ahead.
Look, when you talk about the so-called rich, A, you are talking about small businesses, but B, even if we are to stipulate your premise here, David, that they're just so-called rich people, the so-called rich people are the ones who are most likely to take the risks that will lead to job creation. And when you penalize them, when you take money out of the private sector and put it into the public sector, you're stifling, stifling job creation.
We got to run, but David, do you feel rich? Quickly.
Do I look rich?
That answers the question. Drew, do you feel rich?
No.
Your tax rate should not go up.
I've never had a dividend. We always reinvest back into the company so we could grow the company and be able to live another day.
You guys are the salt of the earth. We wish you the very best. David MacArthur, Drew Greenblatt, Leslie Marshall, thank you very much. We'll see more of Rod and Monica coming up. Now you get to weigh in on the